Sunday. Welcome to episode 3, season 6 of Let's Talk About You. And today, every day I'm always excited, but it's CyCy Creations Takeover Day. I am your host, Camilla Francis, and it's always an honor and a privilege to have you here join me on your Sunday. So let me take you on a journey of CyCy Creations, what it's about, what we do, what we offer, and just everything that makes me smile, giggle, think inside the box, outside the box, and always try to outdo myself. CyCy Creations. Let's just start with the name. What is this CyCy Creations? I came up with the name CyCy Creations from my daughter. Her name is Kiana, and her nickname is Kiki. And I'm just going to take you on a journey of way back when, of how it all began and what does CyCy Creations do, and the meaning and what it means to me, what I've done, what I continue to do, what it is I want to do. And I want to share that story with you because it's near and dear to my heart. And I figured it's also Women's History Month. So why not share my history with you, right? It all starts with her story in the making. And that's exactly who I am. I am her story in the making. And so is CyCy Creations. CyCy Creations, as I said, is named after my daughter, Kiana, Kiki. And way back, even before I even dreamed, thought about even having a child, I always loved to create. I can remember back in first grade where I would have a book and it was reading time. And I started thinking of creating a puzzle, a word puzzle from the book, and then started doodling on the page. And I was drawing what I thought was a flower, but no one thought it looked like a flower, but it was gorgeous to me. It was me in my little mind thinking outside the box of a different type of flower to add to my puzzle, which no one asked me to do. I was just supposed to be reading, but that just wasn't keeping my attention. I wanted to do more with the words that I saw on the page. I wanted those words to come alive, and that's what that's what I remember. That just my mind churning in a whole new different way. And, over the years, someone would be having an event and I would assist in decorating or giving them hints and ideas of how to put things together. And, I don't want to sound cliche that, oh, it's just something that I love to do and I wanted to share, because it is something I love to do and it is something I love to share. But I love to see people's expression when they see what it is that they're thinking come to life. That is what really does it for me. When I see someone happy, it's like, yes, that's what I wanted, or I wasn't really thinking about that, but that's it. And even though a lot of times it started off with me just creating outside of things that I didn't even have. I remember years and years and years and years ago when I was thinking of transitioning what I thought was a good idea, because then I did it more often than I'm doing it now. My business, a girlfriend of mine was making her 50th birthday, and I think I was more excited than she was. And she wanted a beach party and she wanted this and she wanted that. And she was like, I'm going to have you and your business do it. I was like, well, you can have me do it, but I'm just not a business owner yet. I just business owner in my mind because I just love what I do. And we just created things out of nothing. We didn't have all these tables and we didn't want tables. We wanted something low and intimate. And then we decided to just put water in a box and put a board on it with cloth. And, all of a sudden it was a low table and everyone just had a great time, and just little things that I would think outside the box to make things happen. It's how CyCy Creations started. And it was just one little thing after the next little thing. after the other little thing. And then I decided if I'm doing a lot of little things, I need to make it a full-fledged business. I truly enjoy seeing the expressions on people's faces. I enjoy someone calling and asking for my hand and getting something done. I truly enjoy making something out of nothing. And I truly enjoy when we don't have exactly what we need, we make it work and make things happen from there as well. And that is just a snippet of the starting and the behind the scenes of what inspired CyCy Creations to come to be. And one of the greatest reasons, I love to celebrate. I love to party. And everybody that knows me and those that don't even know me, you guys know I love to celebrate my birthday for the entire month. July 1st to the 31st is my birthday. And with that, I feel that because I love to celebrate, you should love to celebrate. Not you and you, just you collectively. And that is why I want you to, that's why I enjoy doing what it is that I do, because I love to celebrate. And a lot of times people's like, oh, I don't want to spend the money. It's not worth it. And I think that we've really gotten away from celebrating and doing things that we should do to celebrate. Um, Celebration brings togetherness. It brings a smile. It brings forth fellowship. It brings forth happiness. It brings forth food and stories and laughter and joy. And yeah, even brings forth some gossip, but it's all in fun. And there's something about celebrating you, celebrating that birthday, celebrating the birth to be, the wedding, the marriage, the um, just the housewarming, just because you want to have an intimate dinner. It just, you don't even need a specific reason to celebrate. Life is a reason to celebrate, and that is celebration enough. Enjoying life is a reason to celebrate is enough. Start with the little things. And the little things, you could do so many things to make your environment enjoyable, your environment happy, your environment full of love and light. And that is one of the main reasons why I truly enjoy having a business, and I truly love dealing with customers or my community, people I've met, people I don't know, people that just referred me because of something I've done. That in itself speaks wonders to me, and I love that. I absolutely love that. I love when I get a phone call and I hear so and so referred me to you, because word of mouth is always the best. And as much as we would love our fellow brother, sister, friend to spread the word, sometimes strangers do it a lot better. And that I love just as much as to have my brother or sister do the sharing of the word with me. But we do need to get back to celebrating, because growing up, everybody had a birthday party, whether it was a birthday party in the classroom and or a birthday party, um, Pizza Hut back in the day. Everyone had a Pizza Hut party except for me, because my birthday is in July. So I didn't really get to celebrate with my friends because my birthday was during the summer. And that is another reason why I made an effort to celebrate my birthday grand all the time, because I didn't get the opportunity to celebrate with my friends because it was summer and my friends were off on their trips or whatever it is that they did during the summer. So I made sure, even at 9 years old, I was going to celebrate my birthday. And I remember my mom throwing me a birthday party. And I remember after that, me just cooking and inviting the people that lived close by, which was it was mainly my cousins that lived right next door and my one friend, Debbie. And they were my guests. And we had a good time, because sometimes it's just the little things that matter. And no, I didn't think about decorating then, but I always thought about celebrating. And we need to celebrate the little things. And with lifing, that's another reason to put a smile on your face and to celebrate. And once you celebrate, to make things look pretty as you celebrate. So let me get into the intimate setting versus the large scale events, and just get talk a little bit about that before I start sharing some pictures and things that you can see about CyCy Creations. Human connection, as I mentioned before, is a wonderful thing. It could definitely make you. Sometimes it may alter your feelings, but we're talking about celebrations here. So we're talking about the life version of human connection, which gives you energy, which gives you that oomph to want to do more, to want to enjoy more. And fewer people, at some, you may not want the grandiose more than 60 people event. You may just want a small 20-person party, because I have been noticing for the last couple birthday parties that I've had, it hasn't been more than 25. And it's not because I don't want the great grandiose, and it's not because I didn't enjoy decorating for my own birthday party. I just wanted to make sure that I always have the one on one. And me personally, I love them big, I love them small, but I love intimate. I really do love the intimate setting. That is what's close to me. But I always would give you whatever it is that you want. And fewer people could mean more meaningful conversations, less small talk, because when the crowd is bigger, hi, how are you? And you move on. But then you could have deep down belly hurting laugh. You could have that with a big setting too. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just giving you my pointers on why I think, um, when you're celebrating and you may want to shy away from something big, there's nothing wrong with thinking about having it intimate. I won't say small, just intimate. And then you can also enjoy those stronger relationships, people that really make you feel good, people that you're comfortable around. That could be, a key to a great intimate setting. The more presence and engagement at a huge party, you may want to spend a whole night running around and barely getting to truly enjoy it. Sometimes, you don't get that opportunity to enjoy. But with the intimate events, it truly allows you to reflect and say, "Ooh, you could remember every single person that was there." If your list is small and intimate, you know exactly who didn't come, you know who didn't show up, and you know exactly who did show up, who offered their presence. And the power and the ritual and the mindfulness of celebrating small wins, small victories. Because right now I feel like I'm celebrating my small intimate wins, because I really do enjoy coming here and let's talk about you, to talk about us, me and you, and here to talk about CyCy Creations. And someone did ask me, is this the first time you're talking about your own business on your platform? And it really is. And it's not because I was afraid to, but I just thought that there were so many things that I wanted to cover and discuss. CyCy Creations could wait. But in the way that things are going, I decided, well, my team actually decided, why not? Don't you think it's time for CyCy Creations to have a takeover? And I couldn't say anything but yes, it's time. And that's what we're doing here today. And that's what I'm celebrating and creating memories, even being here and talking to you today about where it started, where it's coming from, and the mindfulness of it all. And hosting intentional gatherings, promotions, or you could celebrate retirements, and it doesn't have to be more than 60 people, and creating rituals and something that you do every single year. Now, I know that I love to celebrate my birthday for the entire month, but so does my dad. So I got it honestly. I can't even take all the credit for myself. I truly got it honestly. And creating rituals around life moments bring forth gratitude. And I'm truly an advocate about celebrating everything and giving thanks every single day and being grateful. And a little plug here, last year I truly completed my 366 days of gratitude. I journaled every day, and it was so rewarding being grateful for everything, the small wins and the lessons. The small wins, the big wins, and the lessons, because I'm not saying that anything bad happened. I learned from them. And that's what it is that we all should consider, having things as learning experiences and not about bad things happening. So let me share a little bit about some pictures of some small gatherings that CyCy Creations have done over the years. This one wasn't really a small gathering. This was a give it away. We did at United Way, and this was actually more of a grandiose one. This one was 150 people that attended the event at for the United Way. And one thing I didn't mention before that I should talk about now, since we have this picture right here, is the fact that we're talking about giving back to our community. I truly love having and hosting and being a part of and decorating and assisting with parties with a purpose. And this was definitely a party with a purpose. This party happened January of 2020. January 20th. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I was so excited because it was actually the biggest fundraiser and the biggest event that I did as a corporate event. And I was truly pleased with the outcome and the feedback, and just me thinking outside the box and putting this entire thing together, because it was a masquerade event, and we weren't quite sure what it is that we wanted to do. But I know that I didn't want to do the traditional masquerade with just feathers. I wanted to bring things to life, and that's what I did with the mask piece, which is things that I use just from outside. Coconut branches. I love me nature, and I hooked that up with coconut branches and a mask. And at this event, it was just about bringing forth life and giving forth to our community and giving back. And the one thing that I will give a little plug, when this happened in 2020, I was so excited about sharing my pictures, because I was so proud of me doing that. It was like, oh girl, you really hit the ball out of the field here. And then the next day, January 21st, 2020, that's when, unfortunately, Kobe Bryant passed with his daughter and the entire crew. And that just broke my heart. And I'm like, I'm not going to share this on Facebook. People ain't going to want to see this. People are too consumed, because all I was reading is Kobe Bryant, Kobe Bryant, Kobe Bryant, Kobe Bryant. And that's something I'm going to expound about more later. But I will say this: when you have your wins, life, it doesn't mean that life for someone else is perfect. And it doesn't mean that you're going to be in your face. Oh, look at me, I'm shining, I'm sorry this happened to you. But you need to still take that moment to celebrate what it is that you did and you're feeling real good about. Celebrate your accomplishments. And of course, humanity never stops. So you give that time to pause, to resonate, to just even give forth your condolences too. And I know he's in the States and I'm here in the Virgin Islands, but that meant, I took it so hard. Not that I'm so much of a Kobe Bryant fan, but just that what happened to all those people on that plane and that aircraft. And I didn't even think that me posting meant anything, but I love what it is that I do. And I even learned from that lesson. So let's go back to celebrating small events. This event happened this past October, That is King Francis's 97th birthday dinner. And he was definitely instrumental in making his event happen by telling me who it is that he wanted and what he wanted. And it was supposed to be very small. And initially, it was supposed to be 8 people. But by the time King Francis was finished with me, it was a guest list of 25. Who can say no to a 97-year-old? Not me. I just did whatever it is I was supposed to do by adding more plates, more napkins, chairs, and decor accordingly. Let's go on to the next small event that I put forth together to you today. This event was truly a special one. A young lady in St. John wanted me to come across the water to help her celebrate with a dinner that she was having for some friends. And I traveled to St. John to put forth this intimate birthday dinner that she was having for her friend and I guess others. So, yes, I took the barge over and some friends, and we spent the day decorating and making it happen. So yes, I don't mind traveling. I will travel to decorate. CyCy Creations will do that to make things happen for you. Let me share some more with you. Ooh, romance. There's nothing like romance. Now, this event, I was, um, it meant a lot. I got a phone call from a young lady from the States, and she called one of the villas, and she was looking for someone to decorate for her husband's 33rd birthday because they love to travel. And she discussed with me all the places that they've been, and her birthday was the month before, and all the things that they do, and they are into having experiences, and this was their first time coming to St. Thomas. And she called the villa owner and asked, "Do you know anyone that decorates?" And they gave her my number, and that meant so much. So this young lady and I spoke for about a month and a half to get things going because she really wanted to celebrate for her hubby and have him have an experience from the time he landed to St. Thomas to the time that he left. So I do intimate one-on-one romantic settings for, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife, couples. I'm there for you. CyCy Creation is here for you. We will have whatever it is that you need done. And we took care of her, and they were so pleased. They're still pleased. And I am so happy for that referral. So, word of mouth, it works. So let's talk about some events that I have planned that were not only that they were meaningful, because I really enjoy the romantic settings. I truly enjoy, of course, celebrating King Francis. I truly enjoy doing the traveling the waters to St. John and doing that private setting. But I also enjoy birthday parties. And this one was a very good friend of mine, and his mom was making birthday, and she wanted to celebrate on the beach. And they just wanted it something small and simple once they had pink in it. And I was here for it because I'm a pink girl. Well, before we get to that one, let's go to a commercial break, and then we'll come back and show you the Jennings Beach takeover. So let's take a commercial break. There it is. There it is right there, the beach takeover. But we'll talk more about it right after these commercial break.
infinitely me.
Your dream come to life. That is the mission behind CyCy Creations. We're more than a decorating service. We put our all into taking in every detail of your vision and transforming that into breathtaking events. Whether you're celebrating a wedding, retirement, throwing a massive gala, or having an intimate dinner, let CyCy Creations create the moment of your dreams. Celebrate love, laughter, and the moments that really matter with CyCy Creations.
Are you considering owning a firearms and don't know what steps to take? Call Via Guns and Ammo LLC. They are the perfect place to offer you basic firearm classes.
So thank you, sponsors. And just a little plug, if you're interested in having your business here on Let's Talk About You, please send us a message and we will definitely love to add you to our list of sponsors. So let's get back to the Beach Dynasty with the pink and black. Well, I love all things pink. So they wanted just something that they said simple, but I just wanted to think outside the box, especially when it came to the centerpieces and putting that together, because I wanted to still give it a beach vibe, but a little extra. So I wanted to use nature and all it had to offer with some flowers and so forth. So a lot of times when we want to put, or we, you, the decorator, whomever, want to put things together, sometimes you just have to use what's available to you, and it doesn't always have to be complicated. Just make whatever you have around you work, and miracles can happen. Miracles can definitely happen. So, in addition to this miracle and talking about pink, let's talk about one of my favorite intimate settings is when I threw myself a 47th birthday party, and it was my art party. I truly loved that day. It was just such a wonderful day for me. My friends came, they assisted me in putting what was in my head, the overload of what it is that I wanted, using my color pink. And I just wanted it a nice, airy outdoor setting to make it nice, make it intimate. And it was just this event, I think it was maybe 20, 21 ladies. And after we had a nice lunch dinner, we went to the other part of the room and we just made things happen and created, and we drew our pictures, and we painted. Actually, what it was, we painted, but it was from scratch. And these pictures that you're seeing, this is just outlining how everything was set up. And that was the inside portion of the art area. I had two sections: the dinner section, which was outside, and then I had the arts portion, which was inside. Excuse me. And it was just such a wonderful day because I was able to use my pink and my white, and it was just an airy, uplifting day. And I love baby breaths. There's nothing about it, but it's just something about it. For me personally, whatever it is that my clients would like, I definitely give them everything that they like. But me, I love me some baby breaths, and I had to put it together. Yes, even though I'm a pink girl, I was wearing the yellow because that was the theme colors, pink and yellow. And Kiki, and she was wearing the pink, and there we were being enjoying the ambience of paint being poured onto us, paint via fabric. And that was a beautiful day. I still love that. And that was still one of my favorite birthday parties that I gave to myself. I truly love that. Thank you so much, Miss Lorraine, for your comments. And yes, I am definitely open to having my listening audience comment in. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Joy. I appreciate that. I thank you for loving my outfit. Thank you, Etty. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the congratulations as we have enjoy Kiki Creations Takeover this Sunday. Now let's talk about some hidden gems. St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands, were just so filled with multicultural places, and we just so many intricate places there. Different hot spots, and there are places that I still don't even know about. The other day I went to assist a friend to do something, and I never went on that road. It was my first time going on that road, and I was like, St. Thomas have all these little nook and crannies. Now there are different places. When you're thinking of having an event, what do you look for? So you look for things that are different or things that are traditional. That's fine. What's the vibe that you want to give to your guests when they arrive? Those are things that you want to think about when you're having it. And of course, if it's affordable for you, what's your budget? What's the budget like, and what it is that you want? Some places that are really close to my heart that I personally enjoy. I enjoy Fort Christian. I love me some Coral World. And one place that I did have my birthday party at was Garden Street Community Center. I know, I know. The way I transformed it, you wouldn't think it was a community center, but it is. It is a community center. So you decide where it is that you want to have your event, and not because it may be a hole in the wall. With creativity, you could transform it into a whole new world, and you wouldn't know where it is. You would not know where it is. And that is one of the reasons why I enjoy hosting things at these places. Now, back in May of 2023, I had another client. She was referred to me by someone that I did their wedding the year before. And this client lives in the States. And she's like, I really want you to do my wedding, and I want it into a historic place because I love history. And I was just blown away. I was like, I know exactly where I'm going to have this because Fort Christian had just reopened. And I'm like, there is where we're going to have her wedding. And when I called and to inquire about, having the wedding, it was just so exciting because that was the first wedding um, that was held there at the fort in years. And I was so honored to be the first. So, what I'm showing you here are pictures of the fort inside and what the chapel looks like. And these are all historic monuments. And she just wanted some history of the Virgin Islands because she came here for her friend's wedding. She popped in once before, but there's just something about, she wanted to have a destination wedding and it had to be in the Virgin Islands. And I was so glad to make that happen for her, into one of the prime places with so much history. And here we are. These are pictures of their intimate setting. They wanted something simple because they didn't have, I think they had 25 guests. So it was a very small wedding. Only two persons in her party were from the Virgin Islands, which were the couple that I met the year before and I did their wedding. But everyone else flew in for the wedding. And she just wanted something light, something simple, something airy. And this is what we gave her. And she was extremely pleased. And, of course, I wanted to do more, but I have to remember my client had a budget. My client was in love with exactly what it is that was offered. And those are some of the things that I have to remember to reel myself back in because, when I have the discussion and you discuss what it is that you want. Sometimes I want to give you a little extra, which I did give my client a little extra. But sometimes you have to remember, is it cost effective to go over the top, even though they have a budget? Because at the end of the day, someone has to pay for it. even if you don't pay for it monetarily, you have to pay for it with your time and your energy and what you're giving forth. And I was so pleased and so humbled to have the opportunity. I mean, excited to have that opportunity to do this wedding in the fort. And I would love to do more weddings and events in the fort. I know that people have had Christmas parties and other parties and so forth at the fort, but this was the first wedding in a long time. And I was the first one to do that. And I was very excited to hear that when the young lady told me that. And that was exciting too, because when I was putting this event together, the lady at the front desk, she said that she and her husband were married. Then it was 50 years ago. So 53 years ago, they too were married at the fort, because that's what happened back in the day. So I learned so much. My client learned so much. There was so much history in that. Let's go in a little further. So if you want a little bit more high end, well, I think it's high end. I love the ambiance of Coral World because I love stonework. And Coral World has been one of my favorite places from the time I was a child. And last year I had the opportunity to give back, to do a fundraiser with a cause at Coral World for the St. Clair Institute. And it was great. I enjoyed being outdoors. I love Coral World because I said I love stonework. So that too is one of my gems. I can't say a hidden gems, but that's a place that's very close to my heart. I love the gems. And another gem for me is Garden Street Community Center. Why? I'm a G Street girl. I grew up in Garden Street. I love Garden Street. Where the community center is now, growing up, that was a basketball court where my brothers and all the other guys in the neighborhood used to play and hang out. So let's show back for some things that we've done in Garden Street. Other than my birthday party, we've had events with my girls group, Girls on the Go. For those of you that know me, I'm also a mentor, and I have been one of the founding members of Girls on the Go. We're a big sister mentorship program where we mentor girls 4 to 18. Yes, we've been on a little hiatus for the past 2 years because life been lifing. I had to move, trying to make things happen. And, you know, the one good thing about having children or young people in your life, they will tell more young people. So the young people did all the recruiting for us. But now we have to do our own recruiting for ourselves. But let's get back to the space at the community center. You know, you can transform it from doing things with the kids, me having my party. And here's another birthday party that I did last year for a young lady. And I did her party, I think, 2 years ago as well. And I think this was her 70th birthday party that we did at the community center. So once you know what it is that you want to do, you could transform any area into so many things. I think it has to do with the type of fabric, the type of linen that you use, the type of accessories that you use, the sashes, the tablecloths, just how things are put together. And I will share one of my secrets. You have to make sure that linen is ironed. You can have something as simple as whatever, but once your linen is nicely pressed, it takes the look that you're trying to give to a whole new level to me. And if it doesn't need to be pressed, that's one thing. But if you have the tablecloths that I do spend the time ironing because I want to give it that look, even if it's a simple event. So those are some of the gems that I enjoy being the fort, Coral World, the community center. As you can see, you can have 47th birthday parties, events with organizations. You can just have a meeting place, or just the little things. You can have a repast. I know we've done repasses at the center as well. And it doesn't have to be this center. It could be any other community center, because most neighborhoods now they do have community centers. So you can have your birthday party, you can have a christening, you can have your wedding, whatever it is that you want to have, whatever it is that you want to celebrate, and life is worth celebrating. You need to do that. It doesn't always have to be on the high end scale. Little is much when God is in it, right? And little is much when your heart is in it. Little is much when you have the creativity and those wheels are churning and those wheels are going, and you party with a purpose, as I said. So let me show you a little bit about some other organizations that I have assisted with a party with a purpose. I've done this is I Am Hope. This is their youth I Am Hope youth fundraiser. This is one of the things that I truly enjoyed doing it. I gave it some vibrant color because we were dealing with kids and I wanted it to be happy. And it was a breakfast also. So because it was early in the day, I wanted it to be happy and lively and joyous. And believe it or not, this is the tablecloths that are there are pin tuck. So those have its own little style. So it was iron. So these are the things that I really do love to do. I truly do love to give back and make, if someone is doing something with a cause, show them that I'm willing to be a part of, and I will give an in-kind donation, which is my services, and decorate for them. So when I did, I must say the United Way, even though I gave my services, it was for compensation. So all my services for nonprofits, some are paid, some are discounted, some are free. This one that I did last year, as I was talking about, a Coral World, that I do show so many times with my commercial, is I did that with the Sinclair Institute. And I truly, truly enjoyed doing that one as well. What are some of the challenges that I face as a business owner? Some of the challenges that I face, because since I'm interviewing myself, I have to ask, right? Some of the challenges that I face is saying no sometimes, because if you have a business, every year you do have to pay, renew your business license. You have to do your renewing with the Lieutenant Governor's office. On all those renewals are cost. It's not for free. And some of my biggest challenges are saying no to when I'm asked to do something for free, because I just so enjoy what it is that I do. And sometimes I run myself ragged trying to get it done, and it's a free job. And no, I don't mind giving my time. And no, I don't mind giving my service. And no, I don't mind sharing my time. But I do know one of my challenges is trying to balance it and knowing when to say no, when to say, let's talk it out, let's work something out. So these are the things and pointers, not just for me as a business owner, that maybe you are struggling with too as a business owner, trying to make things work. And it's not that I'm afraid that they won't use me. That's not it. I think one of my challenges is I have such a desire and I get excited when I'm asked. The wheels start turning, and I've already planned their entire event in my head within our 5-minute conversation, and I'm ready to roll and go even before I hear them say, but we don't have the means to pay, or we're a nonprofit and we're not making money for that, or our budget is dedicated to whatever. So you have to create that balance. When it is that you're going to say yes, when is it you're going to say no. You can set in your outline how many free in-kind contributions you're willing to give as a business owner for the year, because big conglomerates do it. And if you have to pay for your business license, you too need to decide how many free jobs or I'm going to do for the year. So, and don't feel guilty about that. So that's one thing that I'm working at. one of the most memorable moments that stands out with me and the significance as why knowing, well, I did say knowing when to have that balance, but one of the most memorable is working that job at the fort. That was really exciting for me. I really enjoyed taking the trip down memory lane. I enjoy learning the history and sharing the history with my client. And I love seeing how intrigued she and her husband were about having their event at the fort and it just being newly reopened. I really love that. And to this day, we check in and they say hi to me ever so often. And we still have that bond. And this client was just shared with me by someone else. And to this day, we're still very cordial. It's not just a Facebook hi, it's a text hi. And that really means a lot to me. Um, Managing, let's get into how managing the expectations of clients. When I speak with my clients and we outline what it is that we want, what it is they want, and what it is I'm willing to offer or I can offer, I'm truly to give them exactly what they want. And 10 times out of 10, I give them a little extra. One, my little extra is to let them know I appreciate you choosing me to make your event come to life. And my little extra is because I want you to come back, or even tell someone she got it going on. They got it going on. They know how to take care of their clientele, and they definitely want their clientele to come back. Especially when it comes to the vision and the budget. And, sometimes all I need is a color scheme and then I run with it. And sometimes some clients want to know details. They want you to tell them step by step what it is that you're going to do. How is their event going to happen? They even want markups of putting their events together. And I do that. I do the markup. I do the preliminaries to let them know this is what it's going to look like and this is your event. One wedding that I truly enjoyed doing was an intimate little wedding. They had about 77 people. The ceremony was at the beach, and the venue was at the meeting place, which is also another place that people, when you want a small setting, it comes together. And that year I did so many purple events. That was what, 2022. So it was a purple and silver, and it was like two different purple and silver events that I did, one in April and the other in June, and it was great. And believe it or not, I didn't even repeat myself. Let me see if I can find some of those pictures to share with you. The purple and the silver for the wedding, the beach wedding. Let's see. Crystal, can you help me out there? Crystal is such a great girl. She always there to help me and get things done. I couldn't do this without Crystal and Kiana. Crystal is just one of the bestest producers I can have. I mean, she is up at the crack of dawn. When it's late in the evening, it's already morning there because she's all the way in Holland, and I have to shout out to her all the time because she makes things happen. So here we go. This is the wedding at the meeting place, and it's a small setting. And I know even with this, it may seem like the venue was big, but it was definitely a very small venue. And you work with what you have and you make things happen. And my client wanted to know what things were going to look like before her wedding. And this was the day of, but I had no problem showing her what it was going to look like prior to. And to say the least, she was absolutely pleased, and so was I. And this same year, so this wedding happened in in June of 2022. And I also did a purple and gray event at the center for another birthday party for the young lady that had the blue setting. And so Crystal is looking for that one as well. And that one I truly enjoy doing. And you know, sometimes when you order your items from Amazon or eFavorMart or wherever that you choose to order your stuff from, they ask for reviews and ask you to upload pictures and so forth. I did that. I so did that. So when we find the picture and I show it to you, I'm going to show you, tell you, go on Amazon and you're going to see this look. And it's mine. I was so excited when I found out that when I reviewed the items, they were willing to put it up there on Amazon. I was really, truly blown away by that. So, this was a different birthday party. This was another intimate setting, and this was done at Indigo Restaurant. This was one of my friend's birthday party. So even at restaurants and you want a little setup, I'll take it there. Tell me the color and I'll make it happen. This was a graduation, excuse me, this was a graduation party for Wesleyan. This was last year, actually, at their graduation party. So this too was a graduation party for a senior. This was his last year, and this was actually my godson's graduation party. And this, I think, was done at the Sunray Lounge. So I'm really enjoying showing you some of the snippets and pictures and things that I've done with CyCy Creations. I have hundreds and hundreds of pictures. And yes, we do have a website, which is CyCyCreations.com. We do need to upload some pictures, but the website is up and going. So you can check us out, not just listening to me here talk and rave of all the things that I've done or we've done, because it takes more than just me. I have a phenomenal crew at CyCy Creations, as I do here, and Let's Talk About You, that assist me sleepless nights. I will say shout out to Maricel and Wendy and Lisa and Anna and all the others, and Abdul and whoever else comes on whenever. I just want to say thank you guys for always just waiting for that phone call and being there. And speaking about other events, this morning, I had a remembrance memorial luncheon that I prepared for. And these pictures are actually from this morning. So before I got here and got all pretty for you guys here and Let's Talk About You, I was hustling and getting this event together. And I had to have Wendy go and gather the stuff for me because they didn't finish until 4:00. And I'm like, I can't come to pick up my stuff. Can you go get it for me? So initially they just wanted everything all white, and I just added a little silver just to offset the white, and with the silver napkins and the silver chargers. But this was just truly a family gathering, an intimate setting at Blue 11 Restaurant, where they were just reflecting the memorial and the life of a matriarch, a phenomenal person. And today actually made 1 year since they passed, and they just wanted to continue to celebrate her life. And you see, there's always a reason to celebrate when people mean a lot to you. You just bring people together and you fellowship. That's another example of the things that we do at CyCy Creations. We encourage you to celebrate and fellowship. It's a part of life, and it's part of the things that you do to enjoy. Now, Crystal is just doing some picture upload. And this is a cute little event that I did. I don't even know how many years ago. One of my girlfriends, Risa, it was her birthday, and we called it the Queen of the Pack Party, where we just blew up some cards and we put their faces on the cards, and we just created our own little thing. And this too was held at a community center, and it was just so much fun. It wasn't even 20 people, but we had such a great time. It was she was surprised because she didn't know. We just told her that we were going to hang out before we go to dinner, and then there it was, celebrating her, the queen of the pack. And it was great. But this was over 10, 15 years ago, very long time. So I was even surprised that I found this when I was going through all my pictures. So I just have one more to show you, which I want as soon as she finds it, which is the one at the community center with the purple and gray sash. And I'm just so in love with being loved, and I'm so in love with what it is that I do. And one of the many things that I want to share and leave with you today, as I just enjoyed sharing some of the things that we do here at Let's Talk About You, and with all the other avenues of what Camilla does, which is having CyCy Creations. And I just want you to know that you are the only you. There's nobody like you. And things may be different. There may be so many other persons that do decorating businesses right here in the Virgin Islands. There are so many of us. Thank you so much, Etty. I truly appreciate your love and your notes of kindness. And you definitely been one of my supporters from day one. And Etty was one of the ladies that encouraged me to have a business. She's like, you've been doing it for years. You need to make it a business. Thank you, Etty. Thank you for being the sister friend that supported me all the time. And back in the day when Etty was here, I used to have her up until a crack of dawn getting things done. So she ran away to take a break from me, working her to life. But as I was saying, there really is nobody like you. And even though there are so many other people here that's doing decorating business, there's so many work to be done. You have your choice of which creators you enjoy working with, because I see so many great work from my other creators, but you are the only you. They are the only they. And whatever it is that you bring forth to the table, you bring forth with everything that you have, with your happiness, your joy, your creativity. And we do that here at CyCy Creations. We bring forth love, creativity, energy, zeal. And who's going to come with us is definitely going to come with us. Who's going to support us is definitely going to support us. And I say thank you. And I say I appreciate you. Those that have been customers in the past, those that have asked for my help in the past, and those I currently work with, and those that I will continue to work with in the future. I am forever grateful to you. Our gifts and talents are to be shared. That's why God download, and put those creative thoughts in your mind and in your hands for you to share, not just for yourself, but with others, and make it a reason to celebrate. It doesn't have to be high end all the time. Every moment is an opportunity to celebrate. I just don't say that with on my Wednesday Let's Talk minutes just for saying it. I truly believe it. I truly live by it. I truly enjoy it. So I don't know if Crystal is going to just do some other pictures and just upload, but I just want to share some of the things that we do here at Let's Talk About CyCy Creations. And I just want you to enjoy some of the pictures without me saying a word. Just enjoy. Well, maybe I will say something, because I will say that this was a private dinner at someone's house as well. And this was just for their parents' birthday party. So just enjoy the pictures. And one thing I will add also, in addition to me decorating for people, I do enjoy collaborating with other creatives. I do enjoy collaborating with other creators. It is great to bring all of us together. One person do the draping, one person do whatever it is their specialty is. I enjoy it. I truly enjoy it. and I do enjoy creating different centerpieces. I do love to work with the floral arrangements and do them a little different than what we are accustomed to seeing. I do love doing that. And this was just because it was Tuesday. So if you need something for your house, I could do that for you. Are there any more pictures you wanted to upload and share with everyone, Crystal? We can go ahead and just spend a couple minutes sharing out right before we close out. So I want to say thank you guys so much for being here and enjoying our CyCy Creations takeover this Sunday. And let's talk about you. Remember, this is Women's History Month. And whatever it is that you do, you are her story in the making. Your story matters. So I'm just sharing a little bit of my story because I too am her story in the making. And I just want us to continually staying blessed on purpose. Enjoy your week. And thank you so much for being here at CyCy Creations. Stay blessed on purpose. Take care, and I'll see you again next time, and let's talk about you.
Your dream come to life. That is the mission behind CyCy Creations. We're more than a decorating service. We put our all into taking in every detail of your vision and transforming that into breathtaking events. Whether you're celebrating a wedding, retirement, throwing a massive gala, or having an intimate dinner, let CyCy Creations create the moment of your dreams. Celebrate love, laughter, and the moments that really matter with CyCy Creations.